So the question of the day is going to be, what's worse, something good or something bad? Obviously, you're probably going to say that something bad is worse than something good. But imagine that if you were to have something that was good, but it wasn't really good, then it's probably going to be a lot worse than something bad. I mean, obviously, we know what is good and what is bad for the most part. And a lot of times we will go to certain places that are pretty good, and we start to trust the people in those places a little bit too much, and then they tell us something that is supposed to be something good advice, something good to do, and sometimes it's not. But because we develop a lot of trust with people or with things and places and everything, like, it becomes very counterproductive. It might become very, very, very counterproductive, very bad, or what have you. And I'm telling you now that I was thinking about this morning at the Daily Bible Church. It's the 17th of December 2017. This is the first video I made since I got back to America after being in Vietnam for 5 years. Came back on Thanksgiving Day 2017. So Friday, Star Wars The Last Jedi came out, and today The Last Joey with Joey Arnold, Oatmeal Joey Arnold. And just wanted to tell you a little bit about what I'm thinking and about how some things that are good, or some people that are good, are not really good, but they say they're good, but they're not really good, or they're not good enough. And a lot of times we don't really think about that. But for people that get it, I would say to you, if you get what I'm saying, you're one of the few, one of the proud, you know, and you have like the job, the obligation, you have the opportunity to make the world a better place and to share what you know with other people every day. And I say that it's very, very interesting, very, very exciting. It's a little bit scary because of all the different things that's happening in the world. A lot of times, some people will say that there's all this bad stuff happening, but actually, there's more good stuff that's happening in the world than bad. But even this morning, this Sunday morning, there were some people that were saying, "Oh no, this never ends. All the bad stuff, all the terrible things will never end." You turn on the TV, you go online, and you hear about all the terrible things. But I would say, and I would encourage you to remember that that's not the whole story. Once you start to focus too much on the negativity and all the bad stuff, then you become fake news, like mainstream media, like mainstream education, mainstream science, mainstream Hollywood, and everything else, because you start to entertain just the stuff that they want us to know, and it's not the whole story, because there's a lot of very, very great things happening. I would call myself a cryptographer because I bought some Bitcoin in June 2017, about $600, and then it went up to like $2,000 or so, or maybe a little bit more, and I bought my plane ticket with it, my second plane ticket, since I missed the first plane back to America, but it was an $800 plane ticket. And so it's very, very exciting, very cool what's happening in the world with cryptography, with cryptocurrencies, with the blockchains, with BitTorrent, with a lot of different things involving technology. technology makes the world a better place in so many ways. And if you get it, that's great. And I would say be a little bit patient with people who don't get it, who don't get history, they don't get the technology, like the Bitcoin. Like, some people will think that the Bitcoin's not a real money thing, you know. Like, I didn't really think a lot about it until this year in 2017, and so it took me like probably 8 years, because I probably heard about it back in 2009 when Bitcoin started, and there are still people who will say that you shouldn't really invest in the Bitcoin phenomenon. Can I say that? So, I mean, the Bitcoin thing, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, people will tell you that, and perhaps they could be right, but for the last 8 years, they've been wrong. So, you know, when are they going to be right is the question. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. I want to just make this quick video just to tell you what's happening in the world. I would continue to talk a little bit longer like I used to, and I really like to do that. Like, I can talk for 2 hours. I could probably talk all day, like Roger Stone, or who's the other people, Alex Jones, and the other people. There's a lot of great people out there, and if you know who they are, that's great. And you can also be a rock star, you can be a hero, you can make the world a better place. It just takes a little bit every day. It just takes a little bit, because that's how you start out. So all you got to do is just do what I do. Just tell people what's happening, ask them questions about what's happening in the world and everything, with history and education and a lot of things. And that's how you make the world better, by talking about it. Thank you.